Okay, welcome back to Coastal Resin and Glitter. Today we are going to use another new product that I've not used before, again from Promise. It is their all UV Art Epoxy. I purchased this. This wasn't something that they sent me. This was my purchase. So we're going to try this today and go over some of the things about trying to see what, of course, work area should be clean. It says to use wax paper. I know a lot of people have been using the parchment paper. Maybe I should try that. Except that can get slippery and moves around a lot. It says do not use this product over oil-based stains, paints, or urethanes. Epoxy resin is affected by temperature and humidity. For best results, optimal working temperatures 75 to 80 Fahrenheit. Tools you'll need: wax paper, stir sticks, mixing container, brushes, spatulas, torch or heat gun. Measuring is 1:1 by volume. Okay, it doesn't say by weight, so now I'm gonna have to be careful and just use the lines. Okay, so this is 1:1 by volume. Combine 1 part A to 2 part hardener, of course, in your mixing cup. Stir until epoxy is clear with no swirls or unmixed material. Scrape the sides, bottom, we all know that. Do not whip or beat fast. Power tools to combine. It says not to use the power tools to combine. Stir no more than 1 gallon at a time. Combined for 5 to 8 minutes to mix. Pro tip: mix only what you think you'll need, as leftover epoxy can't be reused. We already know that. Be prepared to pour. Seal coat. All porous surfaces require at least 1 initial seal coat. Flood coat. UV Art Epoxy resin is designed for 1/8 inch thick flood coat. Pores may be poured up to a 1/4 inch thick at a time. So I wonder if that means I can't do this or this. Interesting. Approximately pour up to a 1/4 inch thick. Approximately 4 to 6 hours later, another layer may be poured onto the previous layer if it has been If it has been more than 10 hours, the previous layer should be slightly sanded and wiped clean with 90% or plus isopropyl alcohol, denatured alcohol, or acetone before pouring. Removing bubbles, use a torch, heat gun, waving motion to over the bubbles. You don't leave it set at one point. After flood coat you that's weird. There's apostrophes in this odd spot. After a flood coat, you can intermittently apply heat up to approximately 40 minutes. Do not apply heat past 40 minutes or you risk scorching the epoxy. So the heat mat needs to be less than an hour. Can we time it for less than an hour? Well, I'll have to be interested. I'll have to try that. Working or curing times. Working time is 30 to 40 minutes. Once mixed, full cure is 72 hours. Use acetone, rubbing alcohol, and nail polish remover to clean tools and surfaces. Storing unused resin. Unmixed resin and hardener have a long shelf life of 6 months. Store in original containers in cool, dry place. Over time, the unused material may yellow or amber. This is to be expected with most epoxies. I'm trying to see if there's a heat variations in heat affect epoxy. Fluctuations in temperature affect epoxy. Best UV art results used in an environment of 75 to 80 degrees. Can more than one coat of epoxy resin be applied? Yes. If the previous coat is still tacky to the touch, another layer may be added directly onto the top. If the prior coat has fully cured, it needs to be sanded. Can epoxy resin be colored or otherwise accented? And it's, of course, it can, with mica, chameleon powders, glitter, alcohol inks, and there's probably several other things that we're using now. Okay, so the Aloxado, or not Aloxado, I think my, what is that thing? What is that thing, Ryan? Highland Cow.
Highland Cow.
Is out for use with this, because that is obviously a lot more. So on top of this is some of the resins they use. This was a ocean pack, I think, or something. I'm amazed at the colors that they used in the ocean pack. There's pearl, black pearl, metallic gray, silver, jade, emerald, clover, lavender, garnet. The colors are gorgeous. Mardi Gras, silver blue, cobalt, Caribbean, and then they turn it because the zips don't fit. Peacock, rose gold, candy apple, rose, sugar plums. Look at this, sunset. That is a gorgeous orange. And I'm not even much for orange, but that's gorgeous. Royalty, shimmer gold, chestnut, wine, and bronze. Okay, that comes in, I think it was 15 something or another, like something like that, for a box of these. Basically, I call them samples. Comes in a box like this and packed. So I want to just pour crystal for these right now. I don't really, I'm going to put a little bit of, I'll take the diamond crystal. I'll put a little bit of diamond crystal in them for the rabbit. But for this is the bow from IntoResin. That doesn't need anything. I just want clear to see what that looks like. Today's going to be simple, because I'm not going to do much. And obviously,
crushed crystal?
Yes, please. I'm not going to do, well, I wonder how much this is. Anybody done the rabbit from IntoResin yet? It probably isn't much more than an ounce. And this obviously isn't even an ounce. So if I do 2 ounces, I'm going to have something more to fill, aren't I? Maybe I'll need another pipette, Ryan, please. Maybe I'll do another one of my little vases. Something else little in case I need to incorporate some color or something. Let's do one of these keychains. One of these coffee keychains. Okay, thank you. We need to cut this because it doesn't do me any good.
I did a pretty good job.
You did a pretty good job of what?
The edging.
Oh, cleaning it? Very good. Very good. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold while I measure out a couple of ounces in one of those little cups. I'm thinking that's all I'm going to need to do. All right, I will be right back, guys. Anyway, I wanted to show you that I am mixing. I ended up pouring 2 ounces. It's kind of hard to pour less than that. 2 ounces. It's got quite a few bubbles in it, but I don't smell anything obnoxious. Do you? Okay. From it. It was thick. It's kind of, since being stirred, it's gotten a little bit thinner. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the pressure pot for just a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back with you. Bye. Guys, we're back. All right, that turned out very clear. I'm hoping I have enough. I don't want to do a tiny bit extra because when I look at that rabbit, I'm just wondering how much space, how much that rabbit's really going to take. And I hate spraying in these new molds of that I get off of IntoResin, and I get this bow. Let me get it poked around a little bit. Oh, I don't want to chance some of that dark stuff coming off of there. Don't see any bubbles, but let's not get any. You hear the wind blowing? And that noise, that's I've got a lean-to that's attached to the shop, and it's got a metal roof. And the wind is blowing like crazy today. We started out warm. The temperature is supposed to range from 79 to 35. Well, I think the cold front is coming in, guys, because it is, oh, that's not going to take as much as I thought it was going to take, or I was afraid it was going to take, but let's get some bubbles out of there. See the bubbles coming up? Wow. There's still bubbles coming up. Wow, that's crazy. There are bubbles galore down there. Must be down in his ears. I sure don't want his ears to be bubbly. It's probably a good thing to pour some of these IntoResin, especially the crystal molds, or molds like this that are a little bit deep, in clear the first time, because that kind of will tell us pretty easily where the trouble spot. See, I'm still getting bubbles down there. Did you get it all cleaned up and vacuumed for me?
It was just mainly leaves.
I know, but she's takes half the yard in the house every time she goes in.
They were easy to vacuum up.
All right. Well, Patches is still in with Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I want to have, where's my, yeah, this end, maybe to go down there. Oh, red, the ears go a long ways down there. Wow. So if you get this thing, just know that there's some deep spots. It's like a drop off down there. And let's see if we can rescue some of this. And I was going to put crystal in this little bunny. Doggone it. Forgot again. Need a paper towel. This just seems too simple of a oh, it'll come apart.
Uh-oh.
Put it back together. Let's see if it'll go back together. That's weird. I don't think I can get it back together. It was squished in there to begin with. Okay, well that one's no good.
Do you have more?
I can't find my new one of these that I know I've got. I can't find it anywhere. Don't give me another one because I know there's one here somewhere. Maybe this is it right here. Aha, look what I found, guys. It was in the middle of a whole lot of stuff. Okay, so let's try. I think we got it. Okay, so let's finish filling this thing up. Let's see if I might have enough to do my little base yet. And maybe even a color, move it towards the back so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, that's domed. Looks like it's got a bubble coming up. Right there. Okay, we can put a little bit more into here. Now this is the Promise UV resistant Art Epoxy. I guess it would be all considered art, since how that's what we're kind of doing. I don't know, you guys probably didn't see that I just cleaned the edge off, did you? Sorry about that. Go too far back. You're in the middle. Not back there and not up here. Okay, so I've got a little bit left here. Try one of the, let's first squirt the inside of this little vase and get a pipette and squirt it. I had no bubbles on the first one. Let's hope that runs true with this one. I need a little bit more. Oh, that's sucked down in there. Interesting. Oh, come on. And it still did some more. Sometimes these little things surprise us with what they hold. And I probably am talking too low in art, guys. All right. Okay. That's up to the top, but it's not domed. And I want to dome it because I think part of doming is to keep spill it out, is to keep the ridges from forming. Am I correct? Because it's going to shrink. You know, even if I end up with a, let's see, it didn't even have a bubble. Even if I end up with a, just a, like that. That's domed. Let me check this to see if, yeah, this is domed. That should be flat. This is domed. Kind of nice when we can pick up the little ones and see. A little bit of cleanup around the edge. Okay, so I have just a little bit left. Let me squeeze what I have in the pipette out. Okay. I know that is enough for not, it's not enough for that butterfly that I like. And it probably isn't enough even for this coaster, but we will see. Ryan wanted a little bit of this in the Highland Cow. This is kind of a, it's going to be a short video, isn't it, guys? And I don't have very much, so I don't really need a whole lot of, maybe it'll make it a coffee color. And I can decorate it. This is Dianka Pours Honey Ganache. I'm still using both the camera and the iPhone. Trying to determine what looks better, what sounds better. And trying to figure out how to maneuver editing. Wow, that, you know, I think I'm getting it. Now I'm trying to figure out YouTube and how I get some things on there, like my links and stuff for those that I'm affiliate with. I've got to be able to have those links in there. I can't believe that everybody types all of that stuff in every day or every time. It's got to be saved there somehow. And I thought I had found it in an area that said links. I put, and I could have up to, like, I don't know, it seems like there was a lot, 20 links or something. And I put the 3 in, but I don't see it on my page. And they say it's not a good thing to keep going on your page once it's on YouTube to look for something, because if you don't watch the whole thing, that goes against your whatever that Anna word is. Yeah, you guys know. Okay, and to be honest, that is it for today. It's kind of a really, 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 really short video. Mold test, epoxy, new epoxy use. Ryan, these can get put away. I did get a shovel with the epoxy. That kind of cute. It's kind of big, but might work at times. I did get a shovel. Okay, so I think this is probably going to be it for today. Short and sweet today, guys. All right, we will see you on demold. All right, good morning. We are back for unmolding. This is going to be quick today for this to finish I've got to get going in a few minutes for an appointment. I did come out last night and unmold the bow. I was, you guys probably figured out by now. I can't wait. So anyway, and I had a jar. I had this jar that I have made weeks ago that had the flat lid. I did pour just the base part, put it on here so that I could use, I put it on here so that I could use the top that I liked as the top. Otherwise, it would have been flat and kind of boring. But I come out, got the bow out, and look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is absolutely gorgeous. I put it on here and it just finished off the jar. I don't recall what inks I used. I think I used a purple, alcohol inks, a purple and a red, which I thought was kind of a strange combination, but that's what I did. And obviously some gold flakes, but it's quite pretty. Nice little jar. And this is just a jar from Amazon. But yeah, that is, I'm going to be making a lot of these bows. And then we have got the little vase. Let me see if there, we got the little, see how easy it is to pop out these little things? And look at that. Ah, look. And there are no bubbles. There's a tiny bit of overflow right there that comes off. And I really think probably that is a secondary base is just to keep it upright. But look at that. No bubbles. I meant to put a little bit of crystal in the resin, but I didn't, but that's all right. These are just adorable. And if the last one I made when I had the bears sitting together, I had little dry flowers I put into it. Okay, now this is the other IntoResin mold. This is the rabbit. So this is going to be curious because this had a lot of bubbles coming up out of it when I was pouring it. I hope I got them all because bubbles are going to be in the ears. And I probably should be wearing my gloves. I know that, guys. You're hollering at me. Get your gloves on. Oh my goodness. Well, the ears are a bugger. I would suggest that when you pour this, make sure it is absolutely cold. I knew better than to even try last night. Because the heart, or the bow, all I did was take it out of here, take it in, and set it on here, and it was uncured enough that it adhered itself. Ah, gracious. Oh, good. Look at that. No bubbles. This is adorable. Okay, my guy, I did overpour a little tiny bit. So this one, it being a hand cut mold, you don't have to, guess you don't have to dome it, because it does create the little tiny bit of overpour. But he's cute. Look at that. I don't see, oh, all that poking. I got one tiny little bubble in the tail. That's easy. I can fix that easy. But the ears are all there. See, I didn't even worry about the tail. Okay, guys, so make sure you get down in there deep, and don't forget the tail. Other than that, there are no bubbles. There is a seam right down the middle of it, like it was two rabbits put together or something. Gorgeous though. That's cute. Very cute. I come from the generation of crystal, and I do like the crystal effect. And it's odd that the ears are matte, Kind of gives it a little bit of dimension. That is pretty. And then, of course, I had poured the keychain. I did come out and I popped that up last night. Couple places of overflow. These are keychains, but there was no hole in them. So I'll have to put a hole in it, and I'll decorate it, and I'll show pictures at the end of it finished. And I'm not, honestly, I maybe put eyes on the rabbit. I don't know. Like I said, I like the crystal. I like the crystal look. And with crystal, actual crystal bunny wouldn't have any eyes painted. It would just be clear. So anyway, that is it. This is one heck of a short video for me. Good deal. I'm going to go off to my appointment. I'll be back this afternoon and get something going. You guys have a good afternoon. It's sunny and cold here in Florida. Toodles.